Hi everybody, my name is Ms.Erin and I have put some children's ballet on YouTube at the Ballet Cottage. Please subscribe. And I also thought that I would do some introductory lessons for children or adults who just want to learn a few things about ballet, maybe before they start taking a class, or maybe they've always wanted to know. So I'm a very gentle teacher, good at teaching people who are new to ballet, children and adults. And so one of the first things that we learn in ballet is the position of the feet and the arms. So let's start with the position of the feet. I am going to move my camera so that you can see all of me. Now in ballet, all of the positions of the feet are turned out. So let's see. It's going to be hard to talk and dance at the same time. So let me show you what that looks like. Put your feet together. These feet are neutral. These feet, sometimes we call them pigeon toes, those are turned in, exact opposite of what you want to do in ballet. When you put your heels together and your toes apart and you bring that outside extension all the way up into your hips, that is what we call in the ballet world turnout. So all feet positions are turned out. Now, when you start as a ballerina or a dancer as children, the turnout is quite small. Sometimes we call it a pizza, sometimes a heart. So if that's where you're at, that's where you're at. The number one rule about the positions of the feet is that your knees, if they bent, would line up directly over the toes. So this position where the knees come forward is a big no-no. So put your first position where you're comfortable. So there's first position. First position is totally symmetrical, two heels together, two toes apart, and it's totally symmetrical. Great. Then the other symmetrical position is second position. This is attained by pointing the toe and placing the heel down. There's about a foot length between your heels, so you can sometimes put your foot there and figure it out. So that's how big my second position should be. You do sometimes get asked for a wider second position or a smaller second position, so it's a little variable, but the true one would be 1 foot length away from the other foot. And as you can see in this position, we'll give it a little test. There's my plie, and my toes are lined up to go straight out over my knees are lined up to go straight out over my toes. So I'm following the rule. Now third position is not symmetrical. You're going to take your point and bring it to the elastic of your shoe. It's sort of in the middle of your other foot. It's crossed over and both feet are turned out, so they fit together in that way really nicely. Children sometimes will twist their legs. Maybe it's a bit of a visual oddity and they can't quite figure it out, but it is really quite easy. So from a pointed toe, bring that heel in to the middle of the other foot. Third is sort of, I feel like it's a learning position to get to the fifth position, which is a very important position for ballerinas. So you use it, but it's maybe not a super common position. Fourth position, you point straight front and you place your heel down. So now I've got about a foot length between my front foot and my back foot. Both feet are turned out. And look, if I plie, this knee is going over this toe, this knee is going over this toe, so I'm safe. Now, fourth position you might recognize is the classic position for a pirouette. So it's a very important position. It's an asymmetrical position, so it's a complicated position to do a grand plie in, but we do it. It's a very important thing to do. And so fourth position is very important. Now you can have a more open fourth position, which would mean that the heels are sort of in line. Do you see that that's more open? Or you have a more crossed fourth position where the heel is in line with where fifth position would be, which I will do now with you. So let me back up a bit. So there's a crossed fourth position. Now fifth position is point your toe and close your foot in the turned out position, heel to the toe joint, the big toe joint of the other foot. And you see with my black tights on how I make this kind of cross that is really quite lovely. And so this is the most difficult position because you need a great amount of turnout to do it. And of course the wonderful Russian ballerinas will have both toes and heels touching, so they'll really be very turned out. But you don't have to. So this is a perfectly acceptable fifth position. So the one foot is crossed over to the toe joint of the other foot. And I'll do it to a little piece of music right now, but you can stop watching right now if you think you've learned enough. Or watch to the end, and I'm gonna do it with both the right foot and the left foot. So another thing to understand about the positions is this whole time I have been using the left foot to change positions. So this is left foot front third, left foot front fourth, left foot front fifth, back to second and close, and then I'm just going to step away from my bar and use the right foot. Second, right foot front fourth, right foot front fifth, back to second. So you can do them on both sides, and a teacher will give you a direction. You know, for example, if you're standing in the middle of the room, your teacher will say, please stand, get ready, in fifth position, right foot front. And so that's how you stand. Do you see? Right foot front. Fifth position, left foot front. Like that. Okay, let's do a little song, because it's always fun to put these things to music. And here we go. Of course, my speaker turns off if I talk for too long. Here we go. First is here, second is there, third comes in, cover your heel. Fourth goes out in front of your nose, and fifth position close. Go back to first is here, second is there, third comes in, cover your heel. Fourth goes out in front of your nose, and fifth position close. Excellent. So maybe one other thing that I would just add as I was doing that song, it reminded me that you can show the positions both with a pointed foot or with a heel down. Let me show you quickly what that looks like. So most important, of course, in second and fourth position. So from first, you can show second position like this or like this. And you can show fourth position like this and heel down like this. So two different ways to show those positions. Thank you very much for learning the 5 positions of the ballet feet with me, Ms.Erin. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to do the 5 positions of the arms next, and then I'm going to put together the positions of the feet and the positions of the arms to a lovely little dance. So keep on watching if you'd like to learn more.